Fox 17 Rock Interview. We're actually at City Winery talking with the incredible singer, songwriter, author, radio host, Mindi Abair. And Mindi, it's so great having you on the show.
Thank you for having me. This is fun. Just kind of sit backstage and,
we got our own little room here at the City Winery. It's nice. It's so great to see you back in town, and you've really created such a following here in Nashville and all around the country. But you've been on the road with Aerosmith. You've been out with Bruce Springsteen. You got a She Rocks Award for Mad Skills a couple of years ago.
I love that you know that. That's so cool.
But I mean, I remember how big that was, with the NAMM show. It's like going, oh my gosh.
Mad Skills Award.
Mad Skills.
It's been a crazy run of, getting to go on the road with cool people like Aerosmith. And I know he, lurks around Nashville and makes his way around here.
He's kind of hooked on hot chicken here, Steven is. So.
You know what? I am not mad at that. I'll go barbecue before hot chicken, but I'll go hot chicken second. That's good.
Well, now tell me about this. Now your new album came out, the EastWest Sessions.
Yeah.
And you've been touring on that with your whole band, with you and the Boneshakers.
Yeah.
And so how's it going with the album?
You know what? This has been such a cool journey for me. It's like I've morphed into a couple things. From playing with people like Aerosmith and Duran Duran and getting to play with Springsteen for a night to I've always had my own band and we've gone in and out of different iterations. But when I made my Wild Heart record, I really wanted the chance to bring those people that I had played in their world to come into my world.
Right.
And I didn't know what that looked like.
Yeah.
I just thought, I always spend my off time with my rocker friends, I'm going to go on my summer vacation with Aerosmith, and then I'm going to come back to my band. But what if it could just all be the same thing, right? So Joe Perry came in and played with me on Wild Heart, and Trombone Shorty, and Max Weinberg from Springsteen's band, and Greg Allman and I wrote a song together and recorded it.
That's so amazing.
Oh, I know. And Booker T came in and played with me and wrote with me. That was the first record that I thought, oh, it's just all of me. It's great. My friends came in and made me better than I was and expanded my world. And I needed a different band to do that. And I called my friend Randy Jacobs, who had been a part of Was Not Was, and Bonnie Raitt's band. He had his band, the Boneshakers. And I was always a fan of his band. So, he was starting to play with my band. Some of my guys were starting to play in the Boneshakers. And I sat in one night with the Boneshakers just for fun.
Yeah.
It was a little more blues than my band, but there was something about it.
Wow.
It was just magic, and it was... that's what you want as a musician. That's what it's supposed to feel like every night, that electricity, that, fairy dust. So we looked at each other and went, all right, we've been friends forever. We've played on each other's records. Why don't we make this official and be Mindi Abair and the Boneshakers? And our first show together became our live record, which came out in 2015.
Right.
Gutsy.
Yeah.
And then we just made our first studio record with Kevin Shirley producing, and it's been a blast. The band is just over the top fun. It's every night. We just all love every second of it, and it's a really special thing to be able to have. It doesn't happen every day.
Well, and it shows. You guys sound so incredible, and with your voice and your saxophone playing, it's amazing. And then also, I want to bring up to our viewers how you took a statement that was kind of a derogatory statement and turned it into an empowering statement.
Yeah, Pretty Good for a Girl is what you're talking about. We wrote a song for this record, Pretty Good for a Girl, which you're familiar with. And, I just thought it was going to be a fun song on the record, but it seems to be the song that, it's on the top of the charts.
It's getting a lot of play.
Sirius XM right now, Bluesville, and it's gotten a lot of play. And I couldn't be more surprised, but it is, I don't know, it's autobiographical. So I wrote a song with Randy, my guitarist. Called Pretty Good for a Girl. And I just wanted to tell my story of, I see all these women doing amazing things every day.
Right.
I mean, you watch the Olympics and it's Chloe Kim, snowboarding on this mountain, and you're just like, whoa, she's awesome. Or women scientists and business people and, women ruling the music industry and women playing instruments.
Right.
It's cool, right?
Yeah.
That glass ceiling is breaking. But every once in a while, someone's like, oh my God, yeah, you play sax and you got a Grammy nomination. And it's pretty good for a girl.
And it just demeans it all.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wrote the song, and literally, we just we turned this phrase of pretty good for a girl into, oh yeah, it's pretty good for a girl, and it just became this, statement. And Joe Bonamassa came in the studio and just took it the whole next level. It was cool. Mm-hmm. But when Joe Bonamassa walks in the studio and is soloing back and forth with you, it's like, woo! It's such a high. We had such a blast.
Well, and your vocals on there sound so good on the song, and just all of the instrument. But I just thought it was really great, that it's making that statement that, it's pretty good for a girl. Not really. That's, we're good all the time. In fact, we excel in all areas.
It is fun to be able to kind of say that in a way that's just, I'm pretty good for a girl, and we should all be that way.
Right.
We should all just wear it on our sleeve. And, sometimes we get caught up in the world of, oh, I'm a girl, I'm not supposed to do that, or that's not my place. I was turned down for years for a record deal early on because, the labels would say, well, you sing and play sax and you're a girl. We don't know how to market that. So, maybe choose one of those and we'll try and figure it out. But
And you had to create your own niche.
I love that at a certain point, if you are true to yourself, it doesn't matter if you're black or white or a woman or a man or gay or straight or whatever.
Right.
It's going to be cool at one point. If you prove yourself, you're going to get respect.
And you're showing, you're winning it.
Yeah, we're having fun.
It's so amazing, and I wanted to bring up too for a lot of our viewers to where, you also got to play at the Opry. Yeah. And so, Pete Fisher got you in.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so amazing.
You know what, as a saxophonist and someone who came up, playing rock and blues and soul and jazz, there was not a place for me at the Opry. And I was always so respectful of what that was. It's a church, Right. I mean, you walk into the Ryman and it's hallowed ground. So the first time I played there, I never get nervous. I was so nervous. And I just had the time of my life playing with the house band. Those guys are immense musicians.
And then you came back and played with Kev Mo.
Yeah, I came back.
So you've been a friend with forever.
Yeah, Kev Mo has been, we would play in little just janky clubs in LA when no one would come see us. I mean, maybe 5 or 6 people because it was free.
Right.
No one knew who we were. My God, we were no one. Less than no one. But I asked him to come in because he had recorded on my Wild Heart record with me. And he was like, sure. And we walked through backstage, and I just looked at him and I was like, white girl, saxophonist, rocker, black man, blues. We're walking into the Opry. Like, this is amazing. So I love to be a part of that hallowed ground. I have so much respect for it, and it was amazing.
Well, now I want to bring up, too, that you've been with Yamaha for a little while with your saxophones, because you don't play the most conventional saxophone, Mindy.
No, I don't.
How's that for putting that?
I love that. No, I play a silver-plated Custom Z Yamaha saxophone, and it's kick-ass. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just awesome. And it's interesting, there are some saxophones that are made for jazz or classical. This horn is just resonant and it's unbelievable. So it made me more, than I could be just on my own. It's nice to have an instrument that allows you to expand and just become a better musician day after day. And then my mouthpiece and horn were stolen a couple years ago, and all of a sudden I was out. Like, what do you do?
Right.
And I created my own mouthpiece with Theo Wani, who's a mouthpiece manufacturer. He's kind of a mad scientist.
Yeah.
So not only I got a horn from Yamaha, which they were just the coolest, giving me another horn when it was stolen. That's a family, by the way.
Oh, totally.
Theo Wani and I worked on this mouthpiece for a couple years. We'd be backstage in an arena, like drilling, for the Aerosmith tour and everything. But I called him and I said, the universe needs us to finish this mouthpiece. And we did, and that's what I play on now. And so your equipment can make you better, and it has definitely added to who I am and allowed me to make more of my sound.
Well, especially, Mindy, you've been playing since you were 8 years old, but it's like you cover all genres of music. You're not in just rocking and just blues or whatever. You're kind of covering it all.
No, you're right. It didn't necessarily feel like it was supposed to be that, you know.
Right.
I just wanted to play. You know, I just thought I love to play music and I love to write music. You never think of yourself as, or at least I didn't think of myself as, oh, I'm a rock player or I'm a soul player
Right.
or I'm a jazz player. But, you know, you write songs and get into different, you know, genres
Right.
because of what you write and what you play. And it has been a crazy resume of, you know, radio and who I've toured with, and I love that.
And with your book.
And with my book, yeah, it's like, I just think it's fun to go out there and play different stuff. It's like I can be with Aerosmith one year and go off and do a week with, you know, Tina Marie back in the day, and, you know, go off with Duran for a couple weeks, and, you know, then come back to my band and rock out and you know, go out and speak on my book, How to Play Madison Square Garden. It's
I think it's amazing. And you're just killing them all too. Well, I want to make sure our viewers know, where's the best place to follow you with the website, with social media, everything, Mindi?
Go to MindiAbair.com, MindiAbair, and you know, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter @MindiAbair.
Okay. And be sure and catch Mindi Abair and the Boneshakers on tour. The album just came out this last year, the EastWest Sessions. Be sure and buy a copy, and the video is great with with the girl. You know, it's like just everything you're doing is so amazing right now, and I think it's going to be even better in the coming years.
Thank you so much. No, it's nice to be here in Nashville. This is, you know, just music is in every wall, in every pore, everything, you know. This is just, it's always fun to be here.
Well, we definitely want to have you back.
Thank you.
Be sure and check out, once again, Mindi Abair and the Boneshakers. Thanks for watching the Fox 17 Rock and Review.